COVID-19 lockdowns have left millions of Indians out of work, but some are taking their time to live out their entrepreneurial dreams. As Rebecca Bundan reports, these budding businessmen are entering one of the most challenging economic environments the country has ever faced.
Remove it or then let's keep it. Next month what we can do is...
Mohita Bahadur lost her job as a senior manager at a public relations firm last year amid a recession triggered by the pandemic. In a sluggish market, she knew it would be tough to find another job, and she was worried about her future and finances. But she decided to take the plunge, and along with a friend, she set up her own PR agency.
I used to think about that one day I'm going to start something of my own, but you know, when your life is so cushioned, you don't think beyond a certain level. You're like, okay, fine, it's going well. I mean, it's okay. Because venturing from job, venturing into a business is a huge change. They are two different worlds.
It's been more than a year since her company's launch, and Ms. Bahadur hasn't looked back. It's taken a lot of hard work, and income can be unpredictable. But overall, she says her earnings are now almost comparable to her previous role. The fledgling company has several regular clients and has taken on 2 employees. It's one of some 138,000 new companies registered in India between April 2020 and February this year. Some of them have been started by individuals like Ms. Bahadur, whose careers were unexpectedly impacted. Unemployment soared when COVID-19 lockdown restrictions pushed the economy to its first full-year contraction in 4 decades in the last financial year ending in March, according to official figures.
During the deadly second wave of infections the country has been going through, the job situation has worsened again because of fresh COVID-19 curbs. Data from think tank Centre for Monitoring Indian Economy shows that unemployment has hit an almost 1-year high of more than 12%.
But the tough economy also means that entrepreneurs are trying to make it in a market in which a lot of existing companies are failing.
With all the ups and downs.
Anupam Asthana launched a food service last August after he was laid off as a business development manager in Mumbai. Before that, he'd had a thriving career in the corporate world, but given the economic environment, he decided to turn his passion for cooking into a business, selling Indian and international dishes for delivery. Mr. Asthana isn't able to draw a salary yet, but his wife Sukhpreet is a professional with an IT firm, and she also helps out with a startup which operates out of their home kitchen.
So we've never done this professionally. It was a completely new field for us. So there has been, steep learning curve, not just on the marketing side of it, but also operations. How do we source? Where do you source from? How do you cost for recipes? And how do you charge a premium?
The impact of the second wave means Mr. Asthana's postponed plans to invest his savings and rent a space for a kitchen. For now, the couple, who have 2 daughters, largely depend on Ms. Asthana's salary. The business is making a small profit on its orders, but it needs to scale up because the plan is to continue with the venture even when economic conditions improve. Experts note a lot of new businesses don't make it at the best of times.
In Indian context, when 10 people think of going into entrepreneurship, the success rate is 1.5 to 2. And balance again after a trial of maybe anything between 1 year to 3 years, they will get back to the job. That has been my experience of the past also.
For new entrepreneurs like Ms. Bahadur, though, they're glad they've finally been pushed to take the risk of working for themselves. Rebecca Bundan, CNA, Mumbai.